We're gonna transform this JL Rubicon behind me into an awesome, trail-worthy machine with civil road manners. Follow along as we show you the inside line on how it's done. Rosh Creek Off-Road Park and Anthracite Outdoor Adventure Area are two awesome off-road parks that are only maybe an hour or two away from us. And because of that, we get a lot of really awesome projects for people that love to take their vehicles and use them on some pretty difficult trails out in the woods. This Jeep is no exception. The plan with this JL Rubicon, which is extremely capable as is to put 37-inch tires and beadlocks on this thing. To do that, we're gonna be using MetalCloak's 3.5-inch suspension lift. We're gonna also re-gear it so this thing can drive there with no issues handling those 37-inch tires. It's gonna be an awesome project, and we're gonna show you every step of how it's done. So we're coming down the home stretch on this JL Rubicon project, and I think the thing is looking awesome. I wanted to show you these freaking wheels and tires. These are the 37-inch Nitto Ridge Grapplers and the Fuel Covert Beadlocks. These things are pretty awesome, and as you can see, not all the bolts are in. Roy is assembling these now. I think Curtis got the first 4 done. So it's really important to make sure that as all these bolts go in, they go in a start pattern, and we torque them real evenly to 20 foot-pounds, which is what Fuel recommends for this wheel. I love this wheel. I think these little drainage windows look really rad. If you've ever had beadlocks, it's kind of a pain because you get a lot of water buildup in there. So with these drainage windows, it actually allows the water to drain out. The candy red looks sick, and as you can see, we've got it mostly together on the Jeep. Right now, Mike is working on this TerraFlex tire carrier. This thing is really slick because it allows us to mount the tire up and down, in or out, as close to the tailgate as possible. That reduces any stress, any additional stress on the hinges. Of course, these are 37-inch tires, so this thing is a beefy unit. Another upgrade for the future, which is nice, is some reinforced tailgate hinges. I talked to TerraFlex about those, and they're gonna be released sometime in the future, but we don't know exactly when. In the meantime, there's a few other manufacturers that make some hinge reinforcement pieces. The suspension turned out awesome, and that's how this thing is sitting right now. It has got the MetalCloak Game Changer kit all installed. Mike got most of that knocked out yesterday and today, and I think with the bump stops installed, he's gonna have no issues fitting 37s and fully articulating. Now, of course, this thing is a Rubicon, so it's gonna be able to really, with that sway bar unhooked, really flex out on the trail, and it's gonna be an awesome performer and a really, really awesome daily driver. We've got a few more things to do yet. Of course, the alignment is one of them. Is the calibration done yet? We've got to do calibration yet. The taser, which is a really neat tool for unlocking a lot of features on that. Of course, here's his whole pile of old parts. The MetalCloak Game Changer kit really replaces a lot of stuff. All the control arms get replaced, all of the track bars get replaced, and that's really important because of the bushings that come in MetalCloak's arms. With this kit, MetalCloak was actually back ordered on their Rock Sport shocks from the whole coronavirus COVID garbage. So we ordered a nice set of Fox shocks to go in there, and they look really, really good. This thing is just about done, and I think the red wheels totally pop with all the other red accents on there. So we're on to the second phase of this JL Rubicon project, and that is ring and pinion swap. Today we're going to be installing 4.88 ratio ring and pinion sets from Revolution Gear and Axle. We use them a lot and are really happy with their product. The front is already done. We've got a spicer cover glued on there and have a couple things to do yet to wrap the front up, like install steering and get it over on the alignment rack. As you can see right now, we've got axle shafts on the ground. Both sides are out. The next thing we're gonna do is take the cap bolts out and pull the differential carrier out. The Rubicons come with a locking differential. That's really cool because that means you can push a button inside and that differential locks together and both wheels are gonna spin at the same speed. That means less likely to get stuck. Of course, that also means that you're not gonna be able to turn. So when I'm off-road, I like to use my locking differentials only when needed. I see a tough obstacle coming up or something and I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to get through without them, I just turn them on. Oftentimes, locking differentials can come in a lot of different ways: air, electric, or even automatic. These are fully electric locking differentials, which is an awesome, awesome way to do it. We've got a few more things to wrap up, of course, once we get the ring and pinion all installed. But for the most part, it's going extremely well. Once we get it all done, like I said, we've got to align it. We're gonna also articulate it to make sure we've got the bump stops set for the right wheel and tire size so that there's no rubbing on the fender flares. But all in all, this JL Rubicon is coming together awesome, and I'm sure one that you'd love to have. I for sure would. So here it is, we got it all wrapped up, and a little secret, the customer had it out at Roush Creek over the weekend. The thing performed flawlessly, and it blew his mind with the capability and his expectations. I think it turned out awesome. Just for a little bit of a recap, what we did is the MetalCloak 3.5-inch Game Changer suspension replaced all the control arms, all the track bars with their signature products. Of course, we've got 37-inch Nitto Ridge Grapplers mounted on the newest Fuel Covert Beadlocks in candy red. To push those things down the road, we installed Revolution gear in a 4:88 ratio. And with calibration, we finished it off with a taser from Z Automotive. That project is complete. I'm ready for the next one. I think it turned out sick. If you have any questions about your own JL Rubicon project, be sure to let us know in the comment section below. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to us on YouTube for all of the awesome projects we complete in the shop on a regular basis. Don't forget Facebook and Instagram for some behind the scenes of what happens day to day. Lastly, check out MountZionOffroad.com and visit the Showcase tab because we've got our whole collection of projects there that may give you a little bit of inspiration on your very own project. Thanks for watching this video. See you on the next one.